What do you think?
Whoa. Very nice.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. What do you think?
Nice.
But wait, you ain't seen nothing yet. White.
Oh my god.
It has been 5 years since we got one of the best God of War games of all time, and oh my god, honestly, I don't know what to say. Ha! Hello and welcome to Extreme Gameplays, where I play games stylishly. Today, it's been 5 years since we've gotten God of War 4. And man, it's just this game. Living as a man outside the shadow of the gods, Kratos, together with his son Atreus, must venture into the brutal Norse wilds and fight to fulfill a deeply personal quest, spreading his wife's cheeks on top of that heist. It's just this game, dude. Oh, look at the game disc. Just look, listen, look. Just listen to it. It has the masterpiece. It has the masterpiece status. Look. I'm honestly scared to try this game out. Like, it's just look at this game. Am I the only one who's seeing this? It's making me see through the unseeable future. I can see myself. Okay. Hello and welcome to Extreme Gameplays, where I play games stylishly. Today is the 5th anniversary of God of War 4 2018 Boy of Soy. Soy boy! Soy boy! I'm about to press X. I'm actually about to... I don't know what I'm doing in this video. Yep, where it all started, God of War 1, that's my game. So today's video is gonna be a critical look at God of War 2018. If you can even call it a God of War game. I'm pretty sure that's based and not a lot of people are gonna like agree with me, but it's gonna be mainly gameplay centric, focused centric turntables. We're gonna be looking at this game for, you know, when it comes to gameplay stuff, like how does it relate to the old God of War games? What does it keep? What does it take away? I'm not gonna go insane with the whole RPG because that's so in your face. I don't feel like I should even talk about it. I'm just gonna be looking at like main aspects of the game, like what is kept from the old games, and I'm gonna be talking about them while they're happening, hopefully, and I'm gonna be going through some stuff in this game to honor it, and at the same time to look at it critically, and just to say, like, I don't really consider this a God of War game. Woo! Nobody gives a shit! And that's purely because of the gameplay side. The gameplay loop is different, the formula is different, and it's pretty obvious, honestly. The camera's behind you and stuff. So yeah, I'm still gonna be talking some stuff about the story and all that, but overall this is gonna be a critical look at the gameplay side of this game, and I'm gonna be visiting some interesting. It's hot out here. So give me God of War is for those who want the game as difficult as possible, requiring godlike reflexes and strategy. Okay. I can't do it. I can't do it. 10 out of 10. Fuck this. I cannot do this. No. I'm just kidding. I can do this. I can do this. I'm a real gamer. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can't do this! So narrative-wise, we already see this starting off different than what we're used to in God of War. Narrative-wise, it's an interesting story route that they took after God of War 3, because really, where do you go after God of War 3? Sure, you can get some ideas now that this game is out. You know, like they could have explored more of Greek, they could have fixed Greek in some stupid fucked up way, but still, this is a good approach, story-wise, is all I can say. Okay, so for a while, not for a while, for a short while, I was kinda okay with the change that happened to the formula. I was even saying it's welcome, we're just not accepting change and all that, but the more, you know, my knowledge grew about the old God of Wars and stuff, about proper combat design and literally everything that I know of right now when I stream or make videos about any other games.
Tracks. Not deer, though. I'll keep looking.
Pretty much. Yeah, when my knowledge really grew about action games and stuff, which I already used to know a lot about action, but I used to think everything is styling and stuff, so that was wrong. When I really got, you know, my knowledge was expanded and stuff, I've been saying knowledge for the last... I said knowledge 5 times in a matter of 10 seconds. The more I started to learn about the old God of Wars, which I used to know a lot about, but now I know even more, the more I realized, yes, this change wasn't needed. God of War Ascension was bad. After that, they decided to change into this new formula. This, you know, the talks around the time for God of War Ascension are kind of weirding me out right now, especially with them blaming the formula. You know, they blame the formula for God of War Ascension's failures when Ascension failed for multitudes of other reasons, ranging from the story to the pacing to the, you know, the development team themselves fucking up the combat system and the formula itself. Basically, Santa Monica kind of fed into what game journalists were saying, which I don't know how you can ever do that, but, you know, talks back then were like, the formula is stale, this is the 5th game we have with the same formula, the formula is stale, and Santa Monica fed to that, basically, and they decided with the formula change to happen, so. Yeah, I prefer the older formula is what I'm trying to say.
Holy fire.
What I tell you to fire.
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry.
He skipped the line. He skipped the line. Dislike. Enough talk. Combat. What I'm here for. So, pinning this guy to the wall kills him. The game does have death in its combat. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying, like, look, if I launch this guy and throw him to the guy behind him, this guy's stun meter builds up. You just watch it happen. And I kind of messed it up. You can even do this, boom, to the wall, and it takes a lot of damage, or even kills the enemy really a lot of times. But basically, some of the stuff from the original games still stays here, like, you know, collisions, basically. Except there was no stun meter back then. Now it's a stun meter that builds up instead of the damage being built. So, boom, 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 boom. The combat is great. When I say this is not God of War, I don't mean the combat is bad. I mean the combat is very good, but not God of War combat. Let's try this. Look at that guy's stun meter. Boom. And he's frozen, so more for me to wail on him, I guess. See, like, the combat has depth, especially with Ragnarok expanding on everything, which gets me to my point right now. I don't have a reason to play this game. Maybe to visit Sigrun or Magni and Modi. And so yeah, basically, this is... It's keeping some of the DNA of the old God of Wars, but not all of it, and not even a lot of it. So you can't say, okay, you don't want them to copy everything, but at least copy some traits, like the grabs, is what I'd like to say. Some stuff are really missing, and by some I mean a lot. Now we all know that Kratos also left his jumping in Greece, because why can't he jump over this? I'll tell you why. AAA Sony exclusives. Now it might sound like I'm only here to complain, which, let's be honest, I kinda am, but it's for reasons. This kinda tarnished, I wouldn't say tarnished, I don't know, because the legacy of God of War is still continuing on. People are revisiting the old games thanks to this, to some extent, but, you know, when your formula is kind of butchered and changed into this, it's kind of sad. It's like, the right thing is to stay to your formula and your roots, but I haven't played a vanilla God of War 4 in a hot minute. So this guy's frozen. Kick him into another guy. The other guy next to him is frozen now. There's dodge offset, as you saw me do back there. And there's the axe throw that I completely forgot to mention. You can trip enemies. You can interrupt them from transforming. You can hit them in the head for some better future, you know, upgrades that give us better axe throws, and you can die. I guess I just want to make it clear that I'm not here to purely hate today. Like, I know it might sound like it, but trust me, it's more than just hating. I'm gonna try to give constructive criticism. Like, as I said prior to talking like this right now, this game does have great combat, especially with Ragnarok expanding upon it. This game's combat is good. It's not bad, but There are some other problems that I have other than the combat changing, and it's basically everything else. Ranging from the walkie-talkies, you know, making it a casual Sony AAA. Which I just complained about a couple of seconds ago, but I feel like doing it again. I just forgot that this game doesn't have aim assist as insane as God of War 4. Ragnarok, sorry. Let me just keep critiquing some stuff here and there that I don't like. Which are a lot of stuff that I can't touch into right now, but... Mainly right now, the RPG mechanics. Is there any doubt? Anyone who critiques this game thinks only the RPG makes it bad, but... It's more than that, actually. The game is built around an RPG mechanic, and I'm fine with it. Like, the combat, as I said, I love the game's combat. I love God of War Ragnarok's combat as well. But when I said at the start that it's not God of War, I guess if you really dig deep enough, you'll come to the same conclusion as well. It is not really God of War combat. It is awesome combat, as I said, especially Ragnarok. Amazing combat. But just not God of War combat is what I'm trying to say. God of War combat is jumping, resource management, using enemies on other enemies more than what this is offering, and positioning. I don't know, hack and slash. You guys know what I'm talking about. Seeing Atreus young like that, I haven't seen him in cutscenes in a hot minute. A lot of people say God of War Ragnarok is a better game, but God of War 4 is a better experience. If you're into immersion that much, I guess you're right. Kick of fate, bitch! Man, playing this after Ragnarok. There's something that I used to say, and it's that, you know, this game is not gonna age well. And I kind of got proven right. Like, with the old God of Wars, you can play God of War 1 right now and have a kind of a, you know, crazy experience right now. Even after God of War 2 came out, even after God of War 3 came out, even after all this time. You can still actually load up God of War 1, and for the gameplay-wise, I'm talking gameplay-wise, please. You can still have a very fun time. I'm kind of surprised with the... I haven't played vanilla in a while when you don't have any attacks and stuff. And it's weird the amount of stuff that are missing right now. Like, God of War Ragnarok added way more stuff at level 1. Way more welcome stuff. Daudi Kaupmader. I think that's his name. Honestly, I kind of forgot how brutal Give Me God of War is in God of War 2018. Like, this compared to Ragnarok is way harder, like, especially later on. Of course, you get stronger as you go, so the game kind of gets easier, but that's about it. It gets kind of easier, as I said. Like, this is more brutal than God of War Ragnarok starting with Give Me God of War. It could be because of how limited you are and stuff, but then again, even without that, enemy damaging and stuff is just higher than Ragnarok. This guy's done. He's done. Boom. Hit him with the blicky. Another blicky. And with the blicky up! Gave him a twist of fate, an attitude adjustment. Boy. I guess it's time.
Boy, look at me.
Look at me, boy! Look at me, boy! Look at me, boy! Trip that guy. Sprint towards him. Hit him. Parry his boyfriend. Launch him to the wall. Dead. Freeze this guy. Kick him to his friend. Get busy with this guy. Boom. Again, launch him. Pin him to the wall. Doesn't get pinned to the wall because why would he? A grab we have here. Good. And inflicts some damage on the guys surrounding us. Good. But why don't we have like an official grab just like the older games? It's a huge part of the old games to have a grab. Yet this one didn't feel like expanding on the grab. Like, the grab didn't even need expanding really from the original formula. It did not need anything. It just needed to be implemented here. And it wasn't. Ragnarok kind of fixed it with the Wrath Rage mode, but that's about it. Also, the quick turn in here is better than God of War Ragnarok. Look, like I'm gonna dodge this guy easily. See, it gives you time to react. You know, it slows down the world around you. And you can either dodge or parry. This is a Hellwalker, so I can't hit him with my axe. Pinning enemies to the wall also builds stun. See, it does have depth. It does have depth to it, but as I said, again, I always want to bring this up. These games have awesome combat. Just not God of War combat. That's all that I'm saying. Just that.
Your anger, you can get lost in it. The path ahead is difficult.
It's great, honestly. For real.
Are clearly not ready.
Story-wise, you know the backstory of Kratos. Hearing him say this, just awesome. Just awesome. It's just the gameplay side that I'm not good with. I'm not, you know, I don't accept, that's all. So much smart.
And yet you hide out here in the woods.
Like a coward. Look at this tank. This unit. We built different.
Fine. My turn.
This right here is when you know it's fucked up. This guy's not normal. This guy's real business. You see, narrative-wise, man, this game is just... It's unfair how good it is. It's a nice boss fight. This is a very, very nice boss fight. Nah, I'm just holding back. A little. Not really. Probably. Boom, 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 boom. Bam. Break 2 trees with you. Oh, oh, oh. I thought that kick might connect. I want to kick him out of his animations. That was a beam struggle. After all that, I decided to fight Magni and Modi for a little bit while maxed out with New Game Plus. Just to see how things go, you know? So, just to showcase the best of this game's combat, right? So, and I haven't fought these guys in a hot minute, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Oh, I have the... I completely forgot I had the thing equipped that slows down time. Oh, the old holding R1. I sure missed that. I haven't done this in a hot minute, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm slacking off a bit. I don't know what I'm even doing. This is an awesome boss fight where you have to juggle both of them at once. And I got hit. It's a really great boss, and I believe it is my favorite main boss fight. It's just how it works is awesome. Boom. I completely forgot something. We have this. Oh, hello, old friend. Ouch. No, I'm not okay, brother. Awesome boss fight, honestly. So great. I really missed this. Oh, der blooded, blinded.
Why do you hunt us? What does Odin want?
Man, now, actually I just thought about it. Now that we know what Odin looks like and how he is, I don't know how to take all this. Like, this game built up a lot of Odin being insane, basically, and intimidating. I don't know if they delivered in Ragnarok, though. I'm gonna leave that for you guys to decide. You guys recognize this place? This armor goes with this place so well. Man, I haven't fought her in a while, though. I think starting from this side is the best thing. There it is. One of, if not the best boss from the Norse games. I still got it. I still got some of my skill. Duck. Boom. Stagger. Boom. Boom. Sigrun. I love how this fight turns into a dance when you get good at it. Just proves how good of a boss fight it is. Oh, this! I completely forgot. The pause combo of the blades, yo. Look. You can keep it up if you're good enough with dodges. But not that, please. Oh, caught her. I haven't fought her in a hot minute again. Oh, this. Boom. The old Executioner's Cleave. I prefer the new one, where you use the enemy for your own advantage. But still, this one is iconic. God, I missed this. I miss grinding this bitch right here. What an awesome boss fight. Just completely forgot how great Sigrun is. You see, with this one, you had to practice it. And people say Gna is easy. Gna is not easy. It's just that you got way too used to getting beat up against Sigrun. That's literally all there is to it. This boss, man. I haven't fought her in a hot minute again. Come on, do the thing. Can I catch you with a runic? No, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Psych! Get me up, boy! Wake me up inside! Wake me up inside! I haven't heard the music. Look. This boss is just... I can't believe I'm gonna first try her, even though I died technically, but still. Come here. Ah! Down! Get the right wing, get the left wing and the leftists. God of War 4 is a very interesting game with very interesting combat, with questionable game design, but not God of War. I just wanted to make this quick video to talk about what I didn't like about God of War. And it's not that the game in itself. I do have a lot of critiques for the game itself and the design choices that they went with. All the walkie-talkies, especially the unskippable cutscenes and launch, which I didn't get to experience with this game. You know, when I got into this game, New Game Plus and cutscene skipping was already a thing, so I never really experienced that much trouble. Like, I was having fun playing the game, but something in the back of my mind was always telling me that this is not God of War. This is great combat, great encounters, awesome bosses, awesome encounters. You can have all the great arguments. My problem just stems from it not actually being a God of War game. Like, it's not a God of War approach for combat. It's not a God of War approach for the bosses, for the formula. It's pretty clear with the camera being behind you and all the whole, you know, the game design not being as creative as the old ones with the puzzles and all the movements and stuff. Jumping being removed. It doesn't have what the old God of Wars had. It has some of the stuff that the old God of Wars said. Like any of the old God of Wars, like having grabs, having double jump, or just even one jump. It doesn't have that. God of War Ragnarok decided to expand upon this stuff, which is very welcome, but I'm still standing by what I said. It's not God of War. The name is slapped onto it. The story is still a continuation from the original story of the Greek God of Wars. But the formula is different. I feel like I'm being very clear on what I'm saying when I say that the formula is different. Like, you guys can see it without me telling you. The camera is behind you, the gameplay loop is different, the RPG mechanics, the groundedness of it, even though Ragnarok decided to change it, it's still a different approach. That's my take on the new God of War games. I know it's a way too late take. It's 5 years into God of War 2018 take, but I just came to the realization when I got to know the old games, when I got to play the old games even more. Like, I used to play a lot of the old games. Even when I started the channel, God of War 3 was constantly being played by me and stuff. And then when I got the PS3, I started playing the old games again even more. I just had to be in peace with myself, and I just have to make this decision, and I just think like this. I can't change what I think. This is not God of War. It's amazing combat, as I said. If you love it more than the old games, good for you. If you consider it a God of War game, good for you. If you're looking for immersion and story and stuff, I guess you can have that argument. I love what God of War 4 did and how it continued the story with Kratos having a son and all the callbacks and stuff. I'm only here to talk about gameplay. I'm only here for that. And I'm just saying it's not the same as the old God of Wars. And it's not something too hard to comprehend. Like, it's pretty clear from the camera angle, from the approach to combat completely, with all the enemies having health bars and levels and RPGs and lack of grab, lack of jumping, lack of everything. I have made billions of videos talking about this stuff, but I felt like this is the video where I can purely, you know, express my feelings towards this game. Again, I love the story. I love the characters. I love Kratos in this game. He's better than God of War Ragnarok, and here he's just He's more the Kratos you know. I love a lot of stuff about this game, and especially Ragnarok. This is my least favorite God of War game, but you know, that has its reasons. With that, we reach the end of today's video about God of War 4. I don't know what I'm gonna call this video. I don't know what the thumbnail is gonna be. Is it gonna be a face of me being creeped out at the game or anything? I don't know what this video even is. I just felt like playing it, of course, after, you know, it's been 5 years since this game's been out, and I haven't played it ever since, you know, pre-Ragnarok, just to kind of... You guys remember the Road to Ragnarok video series that I made before Ragnarok dropped? I haven't played it ever since then. And my point was still right about, you know, having no reason to revisit this game. Ragnarok completely outshined this game in every type of way, and it's just... It's kind of... I don't know how to say it. It did prove my point, but it doesn't have a lot with, you know, game depth. Like, God of War 1 is still an amazing game to go back to right now. This is also still an amazing game, but like, you can prefer God of War 1 over God of War 2 in some way. You can prefer... A lot of people have God of War 2 as their favorite God of Wars, even though God of War 3 exists. God of War Ghost of Sparta exists. Ascension, 4, Ragnarok. A lot of games came after 2. People still have 2 as their favorite. That's what I mean. And when we're talking combat, 2 still holds up, 1 still holds up, 3 holds up, Ascension holds up. 4, I don't know. As I said, good combat, but when you have Ragnarok, you don't have a reason to return to this. But yeah, I'm ranting at this point, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys see what I'm coming from. Again, this is the 15th time I'm repeating this. Great combat, great bosses, great encounters. Not God of War combat, encounters, and basically bosses and all that. It has been your Extreme Gamer Zesty. Peace.